Hello and welcome to another how-to video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to disconnect the Audi A3 inbuilt stereo, basically how to take it out of the housing so you can connect other peripherals or other items. So what you're going to need is radio removal keys like this. I picked up this set from Halfords. It cost me about £9, and you get 4 of these keys, and basically, if you can see, they go into these 4 slots around the stereo, and you have to get all 4 in before it will release. Now, it might take a bit of fiddling around, but what you're going to notice is that each one sort of clicks in, okay, and there's a certain way of doing it, so just try it both ways. That one's now gone in, okay, so that's how you do it. Now the other one, I almost lost one there down the side of the seat, so be careful with these. They're easy to lose. They do actually slide out of the packaging, but again, so this is the 4th one, so I'm going to show you how to slide this in like so, with the curved bit towards the inside of the stereo, straight bit to the outside. You can hear that little click, so it's clicked in. And now I should be able to just pull it out. So once you've got all 4 keys in, you might need to play around with it a bit. Maybe get a thin screwdriver like this, just to wedge down the side, and then once you've done that, it should come out like this, okay? And then once it comes out, what you're going to want to do is just pull it out like so, and you can just rest it down here. So once you've got the stereo out of the housing, next step is to install the auxiliary Bluetooth unit. Okay, this is basically the unit. As you can see, it's got auxiliary in sockets, SD card socket, USB socket, so you can also charge your phone or whatever you need to charge on that using that socket. There's a mic socket there as well, and this is the socket that gets connected to the stereo. In the box, so this unit, I should say, I got it off eBay, and I paid £52 including delivery. So I'm going to show you how to install it now. So inside the box, you've got the wire that connects to the stereo. You've also got the microphone, so that's for hands-free calling, basically. And you've got an auxiliary cable here as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you the next part, which is to unwrap this cable like so. Take the little twine off, take the cable tie off, okay, and then you can see the cable. So then I'm going to connect up the cable into the unit. Make sure you do it the right way around. It will only go in one way, but don't force it. Would be my advice. Yes, it should go in. Make sure the pins are unscrewed, so you can get it in nicely. Okay, so it's in now, and now you want to screw the side housing screws in so it doesn't become disconnected. So you just turn that in a clockwise direction. like so. Once you've connected the wire and tightened the screws to the unit, you can then plug in this white cable into the back of the head unit. As you can see here, it needs to go next to that green one there. If you can see there. You might need to take out these cables, but I don't think I'll have to in this case. Okay, there you go, it slots in there. Okay, okay, so I should just be able to slot it in. It's a little bit fiddly, but there we go, I think it's going in now. You can press this in as well. Should help it to go in. There we go. All the way in. I think that's in now. Oops. I think that's in now. So once that's in, leave this one there. And the next step is this small earthing cable. This needs to be earthed on the back of the head unit, which can be done like so. Okay, and then I think we should be ready to slide it back in, but don't push it all the way for now. Just my advice is to test it first before actually putting it back in. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, it's turning on. Radio still works. Now press CD. Okay. Now it seems to be working. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to connect to the Bluetooth first from the phone, which I'm going to try now. So I've just tried to connect, but I couldn't see the stereo on the list of Bluetooth devices. That's because I didn't have it properly earthed. Now there's various ways to earth it, but the way I've found that works is you take the earthing cable, okay, and then there's a little kind of area here which you can connect it to, okay, and so that it doesn't come out. Okay, so once that's in, you can then test it. Now when the you basically turn it on, okay, and then it'll come to CD. So if let's say, you're on radio and then you want to turn it on to go to CD. Now if it says track 88, that means that is connected to a device. If it says track 99, hold on, let me just press stop.
What did you want me to press?
Okay, so when you've turned it on, then when it's powered on, it will say track 01. Then you need to take your phone, your Bluetooth phone, turn on Bluetooth, make sure it's in pairing mode, and then the list of devices, it should come up as car kit, and then you should be able to connect to that, and then it will ask you if you want to share your contacts. I don't think you have to do that, but if you do, then you'll be able to see, I think, the contacts, your phone contacts on the screen, and that will be easier if you want to make calls. But that's how you do it basically. the other thing is, I think you're going to want to have the unit, because we've still got the unit here. We need to put that somewhere. The best place for it is in the glove compartment. So next part I'm going to show you is how to do that. Okay, so once you've tested it works, you do get a little manual, by the way, but once you've tested it works, the best thing is to put it back in. But it depends if you can, but we were unable to find a good hole to get it into the glove compartment. There's a small hole here, so you could run the microphone or auxiliary cables through there, and then maybe have this behind the unit. But I'm going to leave this in the glove compartment and try and have this fat wire sticking out the side for now. So let's see if it'll go in like that. Bit of force there. So it is in. So what we can do then is, if we have it there, not ideal, but we can have it like that and tidy it up a bit. Then you can take out these annoying keys. It's easier said than done. So once you've got it back in, see, that's all rubber here, so it's not going to damage it. You can then take out these keys. There we go, there's one. Now you may find there's a slight bit of plastic damage there, but if you just give it a good rub, it pretty much goes away. Best thing to do is keep the keys for next time, if you ever need to adjust it or take it out. There we go. Just give it a waggle, basically. That one's tricky. That's it. Yeah, I think if you go to one side, back, left and right, that's probably the best way of doing it. And forwards and backwards a little bit as well. Come on. There we go, there we go. And as I say, just give it a quick rub with your finger or whatever, and it looks good as new. And obviously you'll want to probably connect the microphone as well. I would recommend doing that here, probably, on the driver's side. Yeah, so this is the microphone that's been provided. I don't plan to do much calling, so I'm not going to connect it for now, but this head, this socket will then, this jack plug will go into the socket, into the mic on that side, and you could potentially, I would say, attach it here and let run the wire along the dashboard and then into the glove compartment. Also, you can charge USB here, so it's nice and handy to have it in the glove compartment. Put the SD card, you can have auxiliary in for some other device as well if you need to, if it doesn't have Bluetooth. And there's a little cable tie there as well. And this is a part of the car which I took off, but you can just snap it back on. That's fine. And that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please like, share and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.